Hey there, my name is Jacqueline Stanley and I am a Diamond Senior Gold Ambassador with Plexus. And I realize you likely have some major FOMO going on right now with convention happening and you're not there. And I totally get it. The good news is I'm going to show you how you can use this FOMO you're experiencing right now to help fuel the fire of your business. And today we're going to specifically talk about duplication and developing silvers, one of my absolute favorite topics to talk about. Okay, so the first step in this is to kind of sift your people, your contacts into three different categories, okay? One would be your business builders. Another would be your wholesale ambassadors and your customers. And the third would be your prospects, okay? So let's, moving forward, look at how we would work with each of those groups to help them start to build a business and develop silvers, okay? And become silvers themselves. Now, first of all, with your business builders, the good news is a lot of the tough stuff's already out of the way. There's no talking them into working the business. If they're business builders, they at least have some sort of interest in doing this Plexus thing, right? So with them, if they are brand new, you need to be working literally side by side with them. So if you are anywhere close to them, within the same city, same state, somewhere where you can actually come together and meet and work shoulder to shoulder to do the following activities, that's going to be amazing. Now, if that's not a possibility, don't put it off because you can't be in the same room together. Schedule a Zoom and hop on together that way, or FaceTime and work through some of this stuff. But here are the tasks that you really want to work with your business builders to accomplish. Number one is putting that Plexus Facebook post out there. Help them to craft it and help them to push that post button because that can be kind of intimidating for people. If you're right there with them while they're doing it, they're going to feel bolder and more confident. Number two, you need to help them work on their connections or Frank's list. Really encourage them to use their Facebook friends list to start thinking of, the connections they didn't realize they had. Help them to complete that because that really is going to be important as they move forward in connecting with people about this business. The third thing that you're going to want to work with them very closely on is actually reaching out to people and showing them how to use voice message. A lot of people not in the Plexus world don't even realize you can voice message through Facebook Messenger. Show them how to do that. Show them some sample message. Give them some sample verbiage to use and do it right there with them. And then the fourth thing that I would like for you to do, working closely side by side with your business builders, is to start three-way messages with their potentials and you. This is just a great way for their potentials or their prospects to have that third-party validation from you. And you, obviously, as their sponsor, are at least more knowledgeable, slightly, if not, way more than they are, and can help answer questions that any of their prospects might have. Okay, now it's going to be a little bit different when you're working with your wholesalers or your customers. What I suggest that you do is use your virtual office and go through and see who is ordering, every single month. Your customers that are ordering the triplex or whatever combo, that's about 100 PV every single month, write them down. And then also include in that list your wholesalers, those people that just joined on for the deepest discount, that are ordering 100 PV each month, and just make a list of them, okay? And maybe even star the people that you think would be dream teamers, people you'd really love to work with. But you're gonna treat this whole list the same, just kind of make note of those stars, but regardless of where they fall in that, as long as they're ordering 100 PV worth of products, reach out to them and say, I am so excited that you're loving these products as much as I do. You know what? This is exactly why I do what I do, because people fall in love and their health changes and they just feel better. I had a question for you though. If I could show you how you could earn some income or some money towards your next month's purchase each month using a referral program, would you be interested? And I like using this terminology referral program because it sounds less scary. And we're not throwing out the word, let me help you promote silver. Let me help you grow your business. Let me help you get customers. No, referral program. They're loving their products, so it makes sense to share and refer others to this. And that can look a variety of different ways, whatever kind of works for you. That might be having them put out a post on Facebook thanking you for introducing them to Plexus or whatever that might be. And anybody that's interested, you kind of help them work with to get signed up either as a customer or an ambassador. Or it could be anybody that they have, they might reach out to people like, hey, I know so-and-so suffers from X, Y, and Z. Let's reach out to them, and I can answer their questions and we can get them put onto your account for the referral program. Just using different terminology makes it feel more comfortable and more familiar rather than these words that they're not so familiar with, like promoting silver and all those things. And bonus, you can just say, when you get 3 people to kind of do what you did and become wholesalers, you get a nice $100 bonus you can use towards the purchase of your next products. Rather than telling them that it's like income, it's money they can use towards their products. So that's a great way to start working with them. And then as they start to have that income come in, it's going to be very likely that they're going to have some interest in becoming an actual business builder, someone that's going to want to grow a team. And you can, from there, work them up to those steps I mentioned before. With your prospects, basically the biggest thing that you need to have right here is organized reach outs. You need to have some sort of a method, whether it be electronic on your computer, a piece of paper, notes in your phone, where you list out people's names that you have contacted, what you've talked about, the date, and then kind of setting a plan in motion for when you're going to follow back up with them. I always suggest that when you're reaching out to people, you lead with the business. Because here's the thing, if they say no to that, which a lot of times the first time you reach out, they're going to say no, you can at least then fall back on the products and maybe have them join you as a customer. But if you lead with the products, there's really nowhere to fall back other than asking for referrals. So always lead with the business. And this is something that is the first step in your training of them. Once they do join your team, you want them to be doing the same thing, reaching out, leading with the business. And I know that this seems like unfamiliar territory for a lot of people and maybe even for you. But just think of it as throwing it out there for them to either say yes or no to. Let them make the call if they are interested in this business. You have no idea how many people in your community and your network have a financial need and they need this business. So don't be the one to make the decision for them. Put it out there and share what you have to offer and let them make the call. Let them say yes or no. And that's really going to help kind of position yourself to grow a successful business and see duplication. Now, the last thing that I want to touch on really briefly is if you have people that have been on your team and they have just struggled for a really long time to go silver, one of the things that I would encourage you to work with them on is relationship building with their network. Maybe they just need to do some more getting together with their girlfriends, having friends over, doing play dates, sending happy birthday messages, commenting on pictures and posts on Facebook, whatever it might be. That might be some area that they need